Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I am Kim Watkins, and today's workout is the level 3 workout for Wednesday, February 27th. I can't believe one day away from the end of the month of February. So we are doing our level 3 workout middle of the week, which means it is moderately difficult, a little more difficult than yesterday, but of course tomorrow and Friday going to be even more intense. But stand up, let's do our 2 warm-up moves and then get right into it. You're going to march with high knees to get started. So stand up, take off your shoes. You should be barefoot here. Your shoulders should be back. Your abs should be engaged. Tailbone should be tucked in, and you're lifting your knees up above the hip level with each march, with each step. Step lightly on the balls of your feet. Don't land really intensely. You really want to, gracefully march straight up and down for another 20 seconds or so. Warming up the body a little bit, getting some blood flowing, lubricating the joints, and just moving all the fluids around to your limbs so that you've got every sort of resource at your fingertips in terms of your ability to make this a really great workout. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And now bring your feet together. Extend your arms out to the sides. Contract all of the muscles in your legs, especially at the pelvic floor level. All those Kegel exercises you've been doing, I know, since I pound that into your brain every time we meet. Kegels are great here. Now, arm circles are the next warm-up move. So you're just making invisible circles with your arms in one direction or the other. We're going to switch in 10 more seconds. And make sure your elbows are not bent. You're really stretching out through the shoulders so that you can warm up your chest muscles, warm up the shoulder, of course, warm up your back. Now switch directions. Very nice. Make sure you keep breathing. Keep those abs tight and engaged. We're going to start with some lateral jumping. We're doing lateral movements in our first sort of segment here. So lateral jump to the right with your hands on your hips, a slight bend in the knee for shock absorption, and then laterally jump to the left. So jump back and forth, side to side. Keep your feet perfectly straight, and you should keep them right next to each other, right? You want about maybe an inch between each foot, but keep your toes and your heels perfectly parallel to one another. Let's start the 30 seconds now. Your hands can be on your hips or out to your sides for balance if you like. Land lightly on the balls of your feet. Go ahead and get started. Keep those abs engaged. You don't want to collapse at your waist. Keep your back straight. Your ears should be in line with your shoulders in terms of your posture. So your shoulders should be back and relaxed. And keep jumping. Very good. Tomorrow we're going to combine the lateral lunge with the jump. So we're going to do kind of a lateral shuffle, and that's going to be a lot of fun. You've got 5 more seconds here. We're going to do some jumping jacks next, actually. And with a jumping jack, everybody knows what a jumping jack is, though there are many passive lazy forms of jumping jacks, and I see it all the time. Make sure that you jump both feet out super wide to double shoulder width, and then make sure your feet are parallel to one another. Make sure that your arms touch up at the top and that there's a slight bend in your elbow, but you don't want wet noodle arms, okay? Time starts now on your jumping jacks. Go ahead and get started. Make sure you're landing lightly on the balls of your feet again. Make sure that you keep those abs engaged. Really squeeze those abdominal muscles in order to generate energy through your core and shoot it out through your 2 arms and your 2 legs. Good. Very nice. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through the mouth. Very important to regulate that exchange of gases, taking in the oxygen that your blood really needs in order to send out to the muscles to work the right way. But we also don't want the carbon dioxide in the body, which is being generated through the cellular processes that we all have. And so you want to make sure that you get all that carbon dioxide by exhaling deeply through your mouth. Okay. We're going to do a squat with a pulse now. Separate your feet shoulder width apart. Make sure that your pinky toes and heels are in line. You're going to sit down and back into your imaginary chair and then do a little pulse. So like just a little puff up and puff down. Then slowly contract your glutes. Press your heels into the floor as you exhale. Stand all the way up. All right. Let's get going with 30 seconds on the clock. Squats with a pulse. This is the instructional set, so you're going to be doing each of the 6 moves. We've got 3 more moves after this, 3 moves on the floor, and then we'll take a short break and do the flow set where we run through each move with really no stopping in between except for changing of positions. This in the instructional set, we do stop in the middle between each move for you to learn exactly how to start, how to control your body in the best way to get the most out of the workout. Because with these short workouts, efficiency is everything. Your control, the precision of your movement, the way that you distribute your body weight as you connect a limb to the floor, super critical variables in terms of how much you can boost your metabolism and keep things going for a longer period of time during your day. Okay, you're on the floor now. You're doing Spider-Man. So you're in push-up position and your hands are on the floor. That means your hands are on the floor. Hands underneath your shoulders and your feet are on the floor, and you're going to bring your right knee around to the side. Squeeze those side abs as you bring your right knee to your right elbow. Then stretch the leg all the way back out. Then bring the left knee around to the side on the outside of the body, right? You're going to laterally bring it around and then touch the left elbow with the left knee, or at least get it super close. That's the Spider-Man move. And you are going with that 30-second time amount. So start alternating legs. Take your time, especially in the beginning. No rush, but you do want to squeeze. Focus on the contraction of the muscle, your control of the contraction. Sort of a tongue twister, kind of a mouthful of words there, but it is very important for you to think about what is happening in your body in order to really contract fully and then to stretch the muscle back out. Ultimately, the goal, of course, with muscle maintenance and our other podcast show at In Shape Fitness is to get you out of the gym. You don't need to go to the gym. I haven't been to one in at least 10 years in terms of exercising myself. Of course, I see clients privately in New York City, so I do go into gyms sometimes, but only private ones in people's homes and people's apartment buildings. Okay, now turn your body over into the tabletop position where your hands are on the floor, now with your torso facing the ceiling. Your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor. Distribute your body weight properly between the heel and the toe. And you're going to do a crab kick. Your hips are up in the air, making a tabletop with your torso and your thighs. And you're going to lift your right knee up, kick out your right foot, then bend that leg and put your foot back down in the same position. Toes and heels in line. Then the left knee up, kick out the left foot, then put the left foot back down on the floor, toes and heels in line. And alternate. 30 seconds starts now. Go. This is the crab kick. One of my favorite positions to exercise in is this tabletop position because it inverts your body in such a way that the body's systems, your organs and your cells they're so confused because they're never in this position, and so they have to work so much harder to do their job. And what that means when your cells are working harder, they're working more efficiently, and that means the metabolism is boosted and stays boosted for a longer period of time. Okay, last move for the set is a sculling crunch. That means you're going to sit your butt down on the floor. Your hands are going to be on the floor, still in the same position basically as with the tabletop. You're going to bring your knees into your chest, lifting your feet up off the floor, and then straighten your legs out. It can be kind of a modified sculling crunch because we're actually going to do a version 2 of this same crunch tomorrow, where you sustain that elevated leg and really focus on moving quickly in the position. But take your time, move, extend your legs straight out, and then bring them back in. The 30 seconds is going now, so go ahead and exhale as you extend your legs out. Inhale as you bring your knees in towards your chest. Lean back a little bit in order to get the full range of motion in terms of your butt muscles and in terms of the hip flexor. You really want to bring those knees in and then extend all the way out. 10 more seconds. Very good. If you need to rest, that's fine as well. Just take your time. 3, 2, and your set is over. First set down. Go ahead and stand up, take a deep breath, have a sip of water, and just get excited because this next set is it. And once the 3.5-4 minutes is over, you will be ready to move on with the rest of your day, and you can definitely get out of the gym with this workout. You just have to make sure that you're doing, other things that are smart for your body systems. So, your body's physiology is this sort of, inner working universe of living sort of cells and tissues and organs, and what you want is to put food in that is good for your body and to do things with your body that make sense instead of just sitting at a desk all day doing your work, listening to some goofball in your office talk about the next new policy or whatever is happening, and around a conference table or whatever it is you do. You just need to move. So take walks, take the stairs, and eat well sensibly. You do not need to enter a gym and torture yourself on a treadmill ever again. I promise. Okay, let's start that second set with some jumping. No, sorry, the lateral jumps are first, right? So the lateral jumps are going to go first, then jumping jacks. 30 seconds starts now. Hands on your hips, slight bend in the knee for shock absorption. Your feet are completely straight. You're jumping right and left and right and left. And make those, fairly wide jumps. You can start out small, get yourself together there. You're about halfway through. And then make the jumps bigger. Now, last 10 seconds, make them as big as you possibly can. All the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way to the right, all the way to the left. You're in the Olympics, downhill ski, gold medal. Very good, jumping jacks, go. Hands over your head, make sure your hands touch at the top. Slight bend in the elbows, no wet noodles for arms. Still landing lightly on the balls of your feet, still maintaining that slight knee bend for shock absorption, and breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Abs engaged, keep the tailbone tucked in, make sure that your pelvis is vertical at all times. We have a real problem in our progression of posture in our country, actually around the world really, where the pelvis starts to tilt because we sit all day. It's very important to keep that, and also because of added weight on our bellies. Okay, now we're going to do the squat with a pulse. Separate your feet shoulder width apart, pinky toes and heels in line, sit down and back into your imaginary chair. Time starts now. Add the pulse before you come all the way back up. One pulse with each squat. Very nice. And as you stand up, make sure that you really force the complete elongation of that front of your leg, the hip flexor muscle that is so sad because it is shortened in that seated position all day. It gets so weak and tight, and you really want to make sure as you stand up in a squat that you fully push that pelvis forward so that your hip flexor is completely straightened. You are set. Down for the Spider-Man move on the floor in push-up position, hands under your shoulders, and time starts now. Right knee to the right elbow on the outside of the body. Squeeze those right abs, then straighten the leg back out. Left knee to the left elbow, around to the outside of the body. Keep it going. Keep breathing. You are almost finished. We will be basically finished with this workout in a little more than a minute here. Crab kicks are coming up in 8 seconds. Very nice. Okay, now turn your body over, hands on the floor underneath your shoulders with the body facing up now, into the tabletop position, and crab kicks are starting in 3 seconds. 2, 1, and go. Right knee up, kick out the right foot, and it's very important that you put the right foot back, or the foot that's up, back down in the same position with the pinky toe and heel in line, and that the foot that stays on the floor while the other foot is kicking. You want your toes and your heel on the floor. You don't want to lift your toes up with the stable foot. All right, you're almost finished though. A couple more seconds, keep it going. One more move after this. The sculling crunch is coming up. Ready? Now put your butt down on the floor. Bring the knees into your chest. Time starts now. Sculling crunch. Knees in, and then extend your legs straight out. Try to lock the knee. Bring the knees in and straighten them out. Coming up on the halfway point. This is, remember, the level 3 difficulty workout, pushing you a little bit this week. Lots of core work, but also lots of jumping in order to help you understand the value of plyometrics. Very good. Congratulations. You are all set. Wednesday's workout is all set, and you are free to go do everything you want to do in your life without having to go to the gym. I'm Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness. Please let me know if you have any questions, any thoughts, ideas, complaints, concerns. You need to talk about your specific situation. I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and we are at inshape-fitness.com if you have a need to get in touch with me or my team in New York. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday's workout. Have a great day.